Well, let's proceed to additional roles.
Sure.
What do you have?
So additional role, the most important one I would say is head of research. He is boss of ad sales research folks. And he oversees all research department. They are the expert of reading data. And they also talking with like industry committee and try to understand like what is the best way to collect data and what is the best way to do the calculation. So they are gatekeeper to make sure our data is really meets the industry standard.
Erdin, I think this is really important. When you look at it, even though he's the boss, he's not the champion. The champion is the person working for him,
Exactly.
and he's pulling his boss along because the boss often isn't is knowledgeable of the new technologies or the new kind of, in this case, data analysis. And is that the case in this case as well?
Exactly. Yes.
All right, so head of research, influencer number one. What other influencers do you have?
We also have third-party consultant. So these people serve TV network and give them new insights, help them to make some strategic decision. So when we first pitch our solution to TV network, the next thing happen is, oh, you guys should talk with this third-party consultant because they can help us to better understand how we can benefit from your solution. So these people are also very important.
And you probably didn't even know that they were in the DMU.
I mean, we didn't know that at all. And then actually interesting happened is we first pitched to one TV network. They introduced us to one consultant. We pitched to another TV network. They introduced us to the same consultant. So we know that consultant is extremely important. Actually, later on, we hired that consultant to help us as well.
Well, that's very smart.
That's our discovery journey.
And I would say that this is an interesting scenario, and it's not always this way, but in this case, the head of research is the most important influencer, and the outside person is the second most important influencer. Sometimes it's reversed. The inside people don't do it very often. The outside people do it all the time.
I see.
So you could actually reverse that. In this case, that's not true. One other point I just want to make about the influencer is, in this case, it's a consultant. And often it can be a publication, Consumer Reports, or it might be a website, or it might be someone who endorses it. It might be Oprah Winfrey. It doesn't have to be a physical person. It could be a website, a publication, some kind of endorsement that you need to get that people look at, or a rating, you know, an Amazon book rating or something like that. So this is very, very common.
Two important influencers. Does it round out your list of influencers? Do you have more?
Yes, existing vendors. Because we are not only company serving this TV network, they're buying data from all other companies. And some of them offering a kind of similar service with us. So they also want to get opinion of existing vendors because they invested a lot of money on existing vendors and their working relationship is pretty good. So they also want to understand like, hey, we got a new vendor. How do you guys think about their data?
But the existing vendors are your competition. So they're incented to actually be negative about you guys.
Exactly. Most of the feedback from these people are not very good.
This is another very common one. Who else are they speaking to? And you might say, well, it's not very important. Well, these other existing vendors, they see on a regular basis. And even if they don't understand the new technology, TVision's technology, they don't necessarily want a new person in their ecosystem, so to speak. And it might not be rational, it might be social. But that's the way that the people, the primary role people may be deciding. They don't want to go to war with some other vendor that they have to deal with on a regular basis. So it's very much in Jan's interest, and it's very often in your interest as entrepreneurs, to understand who are these other people and to go out and speak to them. And it may just be a personal phone call, a cup of coffee, a dinner or something, but you want them to be on your side. And they might not have rational technical reasons, but you want to make them. They're not the most important influencers, but they can certainly hurt you and they can help you some. But it's important to understand it's not just the technical people who understand your technology. There's a social aspect to this as well.
Yeah, they could be playing golf together.
Absolutely. They could be going to Las Vegas to convention every year, and the economic buyer and wants to continue to go to that. That's part of his benefits of working on the job. You just have to understand all these things. You have to walk in your customer's shoes to understand them.
Yeah.